Joining us again are Joe Williams, Ari Melba and S.E. Karp. Ari, education. Mitt Romney, I guess, wants to be the president of education. But what does he mean by education, apart from just beating up on teachers?
Well, when you look at his policy, he talks a lot about choice. He doesn't use the word voucher, although that's a plan that's been associated with his proposals.
Yes.
And then to your point, you know, he recently praised what happened in Wisconsin, and in his own record as Massachusetts governor, when there was a bailout of Springfield, one of the things he wanted to do was strip collective bargaining rights of all public employees, including firefighters and police, which is a difference in Wisconsin. So it's always good to look at what people are saying, and we do follow the lines and the gaps. But I think if you look at Mitt Romney's record as a governor, what you see is someone who is willing to trim government and to trim the benefits and the deals that we have made with our public employees, which include teachers. Now, some people say that's fine. We should lean more on religious schools or other programs. There's a legitimate debate to be had, but that's his record. It would be less funding and less support for teachers.
Wow. Joe, Romney's only education idea is to say we need more two-parent homes. That's a fine sentiment, but it's also as much a policy prescription as a slogan. I mean, I guess it sounds like Virginia is for lovers, doesn't it?
Well, also not to
and
mention
you know that. You know that well. OK, don't talk about your personal life, Joe. Stay on the story.
Focus. Anyway, part of that comment is not only is it not realistic in an era where wages have remained flat and we have to have two-parent households just to get by, but also the nature in which society has changed, in which there are more single-parent households. That's not going to change. So to prescribe two-parent households in a situation where not everybody can have that luxury just kind of is nonsensical and a bit out of touch. And to Ari's point, privatization seems to be the mantra of Republican Party's education plan. This is actually no different than that. It limits accountability and enhances the private sector, perhaps at the expense of public taxpayers who want their kids to get a good free education that they're all but guaranteed.
Indeed. S.E., I want you to listen to a clip of Mitt Romney speaking in a radio interview he gave in Philadelphia today on the subject of education. Take a listen.
I can also tell you that in the studies that have been done across the world and across our nation, that changing a classroom size by a modest amount from, let's say, 18 kids per class to 20 kids or down to 16, that has a very small impact on the quality of education.
He says class size doesn't matter. Right. I haven't met an educationalist, and I was a parent governor in my children's primary school for 8 years. I haven't met anybody who says that's right.
Well, I don't know if you've met Michelle Reed, but she is someone who has said that's right.
And as you know, she's been, her achievements have been discredited by a number of different individuals within the profession of education.
I just read a study today in Salon.com, not exactly a conservative media outlet, that discussed the value of larger class sizes. And in fact, small class sizes are incredibly expensive and not proven to be the most effective means of improving the education of a child. Mitt Romney is absolutely right that those studies exist, and at best, or minimally, that it's sort of unclear about the value of small class sizes. It's absolutely right.
You agree with that?
Well, do I agree with that? I don't agree that the point here is the size of the class. I think S.E.'s pointing that there may be academic debates on this, and I'm sure there are some educators who feel fine about large classes as long as there's discipline or resources.
And good teachers.
And a good teacher is a great thing.
As long as they're the ones who are not teaching the large classes as well. Because already class sizes are ballooning even before these plans are implemented, going from 20 to 25. And if they get even larger than that, I believe that is going to be definitely a problem that studies have shown will hamper education.
Well, the studies actually show that having a really good teacher with lots of resources, like you said, makes
nobody's disputing that.
Better education.
But where I was going is I think the large picture here, and as I go back to his record in Massachusetts, is you are going to have budgets cut.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't look at it as class size alone in isolation. I look at it as a drastic restructuring of the federal commitment to these programs. And that's true on the COPS program, which hires local police officers, local teachers. That is an ideological debate, and it's one where you're going to have less resources.
And I guess none of this will affect those who go to Cranbrook School. Joe Williams, Ari Melba and S.E. Karp, thank you very much.